We now return to Let's Play Cleopatra. Alright, continuing on. We've got our initial lamp set up finally. So we do have a guy going off. Unfortunately, it's just one, despite the fact that I have two. There you go. Nope, nope, I thought he was going to go. It looked like we had one going, but it looks like we can only get one guy in there at a time. So that kind of means that these are superfluous, and we can utilize their population elsewhere, but we don't need to be doing that at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and do as I said in the previous episode, and just get myself a few more henna farms out here. Seems to be a little bit late. It kind of looked like the flooding was happening again. And then maybe we can also just kind of shortcut that, just so they have another way to go up. Could I get another labor camp in here? It looks as though I probably could. The only good thing about a labor camp would just be that it would get, that it would get these guys out to the fields faster. But that doesn't seem to ultimately be a case, and now we are actually struggling with food. So, perhaps I do not want to have, or alternatively, I can just add another granary. Yeah, why not? We definitely have the people for it. So, I'll just leave myself an opening there, just in case I want another road off shooting that way for some unforeseen reason. And it looks like...
I have to go clear across the city with these
Yes,
goods.
yes.
It'll take all
Chickpeas. Well, you're gonna have to wait a minute. And pottery. Could we do that right now? We definitely could, but it's taken us this long to get it, and we don't actually need to worry if we miss it. So, screw it. But what we could do is just go ahead and get ourselves more, because why not? Potter. What else do we have? Lamp makers, we don't need any more of that. What are you guys missing down here? Oil. Don't know why, we got plenty of it here. Okay, well, I think we're on track, but I hesitate to start moving forward. Because I could hit the button right now and we could go, but we don't want one raw. We want one to Osiris up here, and then of course I will need to make another one for raw, or for for raw. So we'll just fit that in down here. Needs to be affected to. Okay, well in that case we will undo that, and we will do a shrine to raw. Fit in over here, how about? I could do a few more chickpeas. And why don't we increase... Oh, 2,000? Yeah. It's all on you guys, and we're waiting until July. Do a few more chickpeas? We could definitely afford to. How about one more chickpea, one more lettuce? That will see me through, and I could probably do another paint. Where are we at for paints? Nowhere. Nowhere for paints. I am accepting it, but we're not making enough. Is that because it's going straight to the tomb? Artisans and masons are busy at their crafts and work on the tomb, supplied with clay and paint to help ensure everything goes... okay, I'm probably hurting on the clay situation then. Easy fix there. Because these are stonemasons, these are artisans. Full palette who waste no time. Okay. It's got paint and clay, but is that enough paint and clay? I don't know how many they require before they go. Well, ratchet up the speed a little bit. I know. Or do I actually have to have all the goods ready? These guys, are they purchasing pots? I didn't think about that. They are not. And it's probably too far away for them to. These guys don't even have food yet. We're losing population. This is not good. Alright, so with that in mind, we're just not going to sell chickpeas at the moment. This is going to cascade here, and this is going to hurt. This guy apparently found a home because he turned right back around. How we doing? He's apathetic. Festival next month will change his mind. Slamming down some shrines, I guess, was enough to turn his thinking. Lavish festival. What is the benefit? Ra is still apathetic, despite the festival. I don't know what benefit he provides. I think he's a war deity. Here I am worrying about money, and then I just blow it on a plaza. Yeah. There are other methods to beautification. Here we go. Okay. Oh boy. We still got plenty. They're still moving it. So maybe now I can actually sell a few. But if I do, how about we sell it over... We'll keep a full granary's worth, initially. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's up this to 800. That's such a waste. Even more granaries, apparently. I could put... Excuse me, put them right there. I don't think we'll do culture. We don't need it for the requirements for the mission. I'm just afraid we actually are going to need more painters. Something tells me we're not making enough paint. We do have some, but it does not appear to be enough. Like, I'm just not seeing enough progress over here. Is my thing. So we do have a painter now going up there. I really don't want to put a painter all the way over here, because that's just going to have them wandering the city for longer than they actually need to. Maybe I could get rid of a worker camp? Because these guys have limited amounts of travelers, of cart guys, so I don't really want to. I dorked myself here, didn't I? Because now if I want to branch off, that's just gonna. The quick and easy solution that I didn't want to do, just because it's kind of ugly and annoying, is extending this. But we'll do it. And put in another paint maker. And then that way it will allow me to put one here as well, except that the walker will go off this way, so I'm gonna... what a mess. Anyway, 3 should be enough. And there you survive. Well, I know how to solve that, then. We will go this way with it, and hit a roadblock here. I'm gonna have to roadblock this whole thing. It will. This building has no road access. What? Does it not have road access there? It has road access. Don't tell me otherwise. Okay, well I guess now we could comply with that. We could comply with this. That dropped pretty well, so let's actually go ahead and take care of that one. This building needs road access. Poor access to workers. Okay, yeah, but it has road access. I don't see what you're complaining about. I guess we could do oh, hide cliffs. Would you look at that? It's right there in front of my face this whole time. Can we turn that off? Can we just go back to normal? Can we... How about water? There. I'm trying to see here. So we do have a road connection, yeah. So what do you... What are your... And you... Well, you've got no reason to go in. Okay, well, whatever's going on is going on, but we can export this, guys. We can export henna. We got a lot. In fact, we could... Well, I mean, there's no reason. They don't split squares, so having multiples of 400 is what makes sense. But we got way more than that, so... Where are you guys going now? They took it out and then they put it back in. Okay, well, whatever. Bizarrely, we're not maintaining food. Am I going to need 2 bazaars? I might, because by the time they get there and come back, they're out. Which is not cool. Blesses the city. Farms double the harvest. Oh, that's why we're overflowing. Friggin' A. So we're looking at another... Do you want another shrine, Osiris? Is that what you're complaining about? So are we just not able to...
My stonework will endure through the ages.
We're out of lamps. Can we get some lamps up in there, please? We've only got 146 months to do this. How did you get up there?
Everybody's friendly here. No one is reporting any crimes.
Good inundation. How did you get up there? You were well beyond where the roadblock is. There's no way you should glitch out that way. Interesting. Well, anyway. I think we're doing fine. I mean, money-wise, not so much. Okay, let's look at that. What am I actually hurting myself on here? Wages? Import costs? Import costs are going to be a thing, because I'm always importing to maintain that 400 oil. I have no other alternative, and I'm not able to export anything. I could export pottery. We may have enough to export now. I'm afraid of doing this, though, because, one, I don't know that I have that much more than 800. I know I've only got it set to a 4th in the storehouse. But also, this is going to make them just go everywhere. And that's not really that cool. They're going to waste an awful lot of time traveling and taking that pottery down. But we need to make money, for sure. Wages could be bumped down a percentile. I don't know what that ultimately would affect. %fertile. Irrigation ditches just don't seem all that effective. But this is, I feel, a plentiful amount of farming. I could even make more storage. We got food. But for how long? Because here she is, and she's just not making it around to this side. Do I just need to make another one? I think that's the way to go. We'll just put one on the side where she never goes. What's your deal? Desirability, I thought so. Okay, she finally is coming around. And she got out of food again. This one, I don't think is ever going to do it. Well, I mean, it's not. I'm not too worried about it. We are overpopulated right now, so that's perfectly okay. 144. Where are we at on the temple? Tomb. 15% complete. It's mostly just the driving. As in all things, it takes forever to get somewhere. Yeah, this guy is hopping over the roadblock. Which is actually annoying, but we'll also just get rid of that one. Hopefully that did not get rid of the road. Okay. Well, I don't know what else to do, honestly. I don't think, since we are limited to one guy building this thing at a time, I don't see how I could make this better. I guess, actually, one thing I could attempt is to shorten the route. You know, make a slightly more optimal walking route that he may not have to go so far for. How's that? I could just... I was going to delete them, but I think I'll just keep them, just for the sake of it. And now we can actually see the tomb from the previous that we built. Sarcophagus, and then the side chamber with all the loot. But you only see it this way, which is bizarre. Like, the fact there's not even a blocked entryway, you know? Wages fall. Trying to cut costs, wages have fallen throughout the kingdom. Well, that's good. I mean, it will hopefully mean that I help myself a little bit more. 95% registered for the tax. But because of the low level of wealth in the population, we're not making very much money off of it. But everyone looks fed now, so that's at least a thing. Okay, so we see where our food situation has landed. I could probably now afford to bump this down. 2,800, 2,400. Because we'll have some left over now from the last... Oh, yeah. We'll definitely have... Let's go down 2,000. We'll definitely have enough food now. And over time, I'll be able to sell even more. 141. Okay, so I think we're going to make it with quite a bit of time to spare. Congenial, apathetic. Osiris, Ra, rather. Ra is pissy. What do I do to make him happier? Trade and travel. Doesn't really tell me. I don't know. He's just not... Do I need another shrine? Does he want another shrine? Giving him another temple, I think, would be an overstep. I think that he would, or Osiris would then start to bitch about that. Where have I just not built one of these already? I guess I could build one right outside my own front door. Should have seen if I could have rotated that. I'm sure I still can, but... This ended up being... I could just put another city in here. If I really needed to. Build granaries, yes, well. We'll definitely have a lot to export, that's for sure. We are telling this to accept, but am I telling this one to get? Not that it matters, it's just busy work. City health is terrible, and plague is very likely. Aha, well. We will put an apothecary out here, since we will not be putting in bandstands this time round. Let's also put in physician. I think this might have negative impact. No one likes being near a house of sick. What about dentists? We probably also want to put in a dentist, right? Let's do one to Pharaoh, one to Bast. Okay, let's try this again. Beautification. Sure, we'll put in the sacred cat. Why not? Garden. And plaza. A real ostentatious show of my wealth, because this affects absolutely no one. So that'll be good. We might just have to make even more store yards at this rate. I didn't see how many people we just lost, but we got all these potters now coming down this way. Yeah, really, I think we're just kind of on 22% though. I should have been paying attention to what percentile it takes over. Oh, okay, so we are having more than one at a time. What's the deal there? One at a time of the artisans. No. I was not witnessing this before, but now I have a purpose. Construction guild, stonemason, artisan. Let's try and speed that up a little bit more, please. Because this is how you would think it would work. It makes sense that it works this way. You bastards. It makes sense that it works that way, but it just didn't look like it was. It just looked like one guy at a time was going here, trying to knock something out, and that just kind of... I think this is helping. I think this is actually very helpful, because it's just that many fewer steps they have to take to get there. He has nothing to say. He's just dragging a load of pots. Okay, well, I've hit my targets, right? This is just it. Like, I've got my population, I've got kingdom rating, which could be higher. Chickpeas in store yards. This might be a mistake. Okay. Empty. After we get this gone, I'm really sure this doesn't carry over, so there's no point in building this up. Your name is widely recognized. I am a humble administrator. People, I assume, like that. You guys.
No one can accept these goods. That's okay. I can use the rest.
So I could make another one, another store yard. Keep some of that stuff going. Alternatively, am I not selling some of that stuff? I am not. So now we know for sure I am making plenty. So we could export over... let's export over 800. We're at a pretty good place, so anything excess will move. Import to maintain 400 oil. We're doing okay there. Export went over 400 for pottery, which seems to be doing just fine. And export went over 2,000, also fine. I wish I could find a buyer for those weapons. But all of these guys are either unlocked, or rather locked, but okay, whatever. Not available trading partners. So I don't think we're going to go much beyond where we're at. So, where am I at in the rotation for saves? I don't remember. I think we're on an even. I'm doing some batch recording right now, so I don't want to over-record. Oh, whatever. If I must, then I will just revert. So I'm actually now going to speed us up. I could also start spending some of my money perhaps on beer. Maybe that's what we need to do. I do have a bit of net inflow now, so I think we're doing pretty well there. Requesting goods. There you go, sir. Maybe I should, just so I can have better... this I don't have, and that I don't have largely because I am... Oops. We want at least half the granary. We're growing it, but we don't have it. I guess... oh wait, that's got to be in store yard anyhow. Yeah, we're overabundant in food. To the point where I feel like we can lower this even more. Kingdom standing climbs, another year, another Nilometer prediction. We are back to... I don't think Ra's going to be really happy until we build him another temple. And then, like I said, I think that's going to piss off Osiris. And that's going to be a thing. But perhaps we should just go that route anyhow. I don't know. How's this coming along? We're almost done. Really? Oh, well, I know why, because, okay, you simmer down. We will empty these and accept some of those. Did you not want to swap with me? Can we get... Can somebody please get me some of them? I see you. Yeah, we need more. Okay, now we can do it. So this should be fantastic. As we saw, having a high kingdom rating actually was beneficial to me. All of these are done because they paid for some of my oh, wait, what was that? Tempests. Storms are raging and rough waters threaten to tear trading ships apart. It could be months before the winds calm and merchants dare risk the cargoes again. Oh no. Hopefully we don't need much more oil. Oh, that could be bad. You can take your lettuce back, please. Now we're just wasteful. We're not consuming nearly enough of this. I know that we're not doing this anymore. You know what, that's plenty. We're not able to even trade that much, by the look of it. Apathetic, amiable. Alright, we'll toss a few. Toss a few your way. 85%. They keep coming. So I'll have to bear that in mind in future temple or tomb buildings. You know, able to hide that and make better routes. Although, by the look of it, we don't really have that much more. I'm hoping that these are actually the hardest to get to over here, and that we can actually build a little bit closer in future missions. But yeah, this timer, not too worried about it. I am playing on easy, I fully realize, but you know, I also hate timed missions, so I think it is entirely justifiable what I have done here. Just this awkward little plaza here, but whatever. Inundation is great. Health appears to be much better. No one's complaining anymore. We've got plenty of everything here. I wish... Oh, looks trade's opened up again. We solved the Scorpion crisis. We know where they are now. I can just close off the canyon for a while, because as I said, in future that's going to be an issue where we have to build down there, I'm sure. 92%. Probably time to save. Save again. I could just build into my Egyptian city. Sort of my overflow save. That's actually kind of annoying. Request goods, yes, yes. I guess I could just go, well, no, because a fourth is 8. I was going to say we could do even more. Burial tomb is finished. At long last, the medium burial tomb is finished and fully stocked with provisions. It's bound to provide an ideal conduit to the afterlife for our recently departed Pharaoh. Tutankhamun's tomb. Which, I wonder if this is actually accurate to the layout of his tomb. Maybe. But anyway, we had plenty of time to spare. So, in these missions, and perhaps just in all future missions, this will just be the thing I do. There is no apparent downside to just having these hovels. So having a city of hovels until you get your... I mean, we had a city, and we didn't even have our first harvest yet, so... Pretty good. Pretty good. But I prefer relaxed, so hopefully the next ones will be relaxed.
An impressive feat. It is rare indeed when workers under such pressure can produce such fine handiwork. Tutankhamun's tomb is now safely sealed for all eternity. Let us hope heretic robbers never discover his resting place.
Indeed. Okay, I'm going to end this one here. I will see you next time.